Alright, Calvin Kattar versus Giga. It's a great fight, fan-friendly fight, coming up after a long layoff for the UFC. I can't wait for it personally. And it's great because it's a striker's match. Striker's delight. Calvin with the speedy hands, Giga with the Giga kick. But it does bring me to my first point of analysis here, which is how is Calvin supposed to win this fight? The answer is obvious, with his hands. He's going to either go out there and knock him out, or he's going to outstrike him and have a decision. But therein lies the problem. You see, Calvin has got better hands than Giga. He's faster, he's crisper, he's sharper. Not to say that Giga has bad hands. Everybody thinks Giga's only got the Giga kick, or is known for the Giga kick only. No, he's got speed. Ask Edson Barboza. Giga's got hands. But Calvin's longer, crisper, sharper, etc. But therein lies the issue. That's all Calvin's really got. Sure, he'll leg kick. Sure, he's got good takedown defense. All that. But the range of damage where he can hit Giga with strikes is far less than Giga's range of damage where he can leg kick him. He can body kick him, which he's done very well as Cub Swanson. He can head kick him. He can do a lot of things in addition to striking with Calvin. And although I think Calvin would win a straight up striking match with Giga, SamB may. And we have to ask ourselves, how is Calvin supposed to win? Well, he has to cross that danger threshold that Giga poses. Giga poses a lot of problems for Calvin because, as we saw in the Max Holloway fight, if Calvin Kattar is outstruck on his feet, he's not particularly inclined to shoot for a takedown or to level change or to clinch. While he did and does and probably will do those things should the situation arise, it's not with an exerted effort. A sloppy takedown attempt when you're losing a striking battle is a far cry from a good wrestling double leg or single leg to change elevation. It's more of a desperation move. In that, I think Giga has more ways to win. And with that, he poses more danger to Calvin on the feet, where Calvin is good at and at his best at. The problem is the distance. If Giga can manage the distance, which I believe he can, he will win the fight. If we take a look at Giga's last fight with Edson Barboza, it was a very good litmus test for how I believe this fight's going to go. Edson Barboza, even great with the kicks too. It was a great kicking match, which we saw in the first 2 rounds especially. But we saw in the 3rd round, Giga found his range, controlled distance, started landing some good shots, started piecing and picking them apart. And the next thing you know, he goes in for the kill. With Calvin's last fight, to reiterate, we saw against Max Holloway, he got outstruck and he sort of just stayed in there and swung. Which, credit to him, he's a warrior for that. Not many people could have survived that. But it just goes to show, does Calvin want to take that damage again? Because I believe he will be taking similar damage, except not just to the head, but that Giga kick to the body, as heralded as it is and as much of a meme as it is, it's a very real thing. The switch kick to the liver, that puts down many a man no matter how strong you are, no matter how much heart and will and fortitude you have. Shots to the body will drop you, and there's not much you can do about it. My concern for Calvin is fight starts relatively normally on the feet, back and forth. I believe a back and forth affair in the first 2, maybe even 3 rounds. But I believe around the 3rd round mark is when the difference maker is going to be. Both men will be in their element. Both will be a little tired, but ready to go. And that's when I think the body kicks will start landing. Giga will throw them the entire fight. But the leg kicks, the body kicks, the extra damage, in addition to the head damage, which bring the hands down, is where there's going to be trouble. So we have to ask ourselves, how does Calvin win? If he's facing such problems as that. If he's having an issue on the feet, can he throw in a takedown, change elevation, get on top, do some ground and pound? We have no evidence to suggest that. Is he going to go and pull guard, get him in a clinch, pull guard, or even get him in a clinch and strike? We have no real evidence to suggest that. He's a very distance-managed, good striker. He's great at it. But he's never really fought somebody akin to Giga, in that Giga has, even if it's only in the striking realm, many more ways to win, many more ways to do damage to Calvin in terms of leg kicks, body kicks, head kicks, in addition to the striking. The body kicks don't have to be the center point for Giga. He can use the body kicks as a setup to bring the hands down and attack the head, which makes it really. I like Calvin. I'm picking Giga. I think he's going to be able to get the job done. I'd say in the fourth, maybe the fifth round. I don't necessarily think we'll see a decision. I think we'll see a later round TKO by Giga, but who knows? All I know is that Giga has more ways to win, and more importantly, more ways to deal damage. To the point where, does Calvin really want to take the same amount of damage he took from Max Holloway again? No. Can he take it? Yeah, he's proven he can take it. But does he want to take it again against somebody who's not Max Holloway, that's not up for necessarily number one contendership should he win? No, I don't think so. So I think Giga lands early and often, and so does Calvin, but Giga lands more early, more often, and more sustained, and eventually gets the TKO in the later rounds, and it's over.